when we were researching, I didn't realize that you were 7 when you moved back to Gambia. So talk
Yeah,
to I
yeah,
really love
yeah.
connecting with people and like for you, where were you moving from to?
Upstate New York to Gambling, right?
Oh, okay.
I think it will resonate as long
Absolutely.
as you have boys, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I have an affinity to your story because your boys, I see myself in them sometimes. Understood the concept of Gambia. Obviously, you grow up, you hear your parents speaking Wolof, our local language, but you don't have frame of reference. So at 7, my dad was like, okay, you guys need to go back home and learn who you are because his parents passed away before we could really get to know them. It was time. And here I was, Gambian by name, Gambian by birth, couldn't speak the local language, didn't understand the cultural nuances, and just in a heartbeat was thrown into Gambia. And we started school immediately after we got home. So every transition that a Black returnee on the continent could go through, I had to go through, even though on paper they'll see that I'm Gambian, but I was not speaking Wolof. I had to integrate into the school. I had to start unlearning a lot of things that the USA injects into their kids about this concept of getting to know my family. But I think those 10 years from 7 to 17 shaped who I am because, yeah, it just gave me a full experience, for better or for worse. But it's something that I'm eternally grateful for because it really reshaped my human experience. But I know that transition and how difficult it could be, especially if everybody expects you to conform to Gambian norms, Gambian languages. At first sight, they're like, wait, what do you mean you don't speak? What do you mean you don't know what it is? But yeah, it worked really well. And I think that's why our siblings are close.
Wow. And what would you say was the biggest challenge for you?
Just unlearning, but also resisting to learn certain things that didn't make sense. I've always been logical and curious as a child. Like some people may call it rebellious, right? Because you want to understand why certain things are. And unfortunately, Gambia, like a lot of African countries, expect kids just to know and believe that it is without having to explain why. So that list is very long. You're like, wait, what do you mean you can't do this? You just can't do that because you can't do that. That I think that was the biggest challenge for navigating nuances around family,